So Derrick Chauvin recently got poked in prison, and no, I don't mean by any part of the human anatomy. He got shanked a day after Thanksgiving. Sources say that he'll pull through. Not much details on why it happened or who done it. Of course, they don't really give them that information out with inmates and things like that. But this is the price of admission. You got people on the right or anti-George Floyd people or just racist people online talking about they need to do something about the prison conditions, and nobody cared or gave a damn about the prison conditions when black people were getting shanked or raped or anything. So it's funny that now they want to talk about, well, he should have been protected or more could have been done. That should be across the board. Bottom line, if he didn't, murder someone, he wouldn't be in that situation. You know what I mean? Like, he wouldn't be in prison to get shanked and poked. He got 21 long years. You know what I mean? He got charged 21 federal and then 22 and a half state, which both are being served concurrently. But he's stationed in a federal prison. So for you guys who thinking federal prison is safe too, it's not. Any prison is not safe. But come on, man. Like, you get whatever you give, You wanted to put your knee on this man who's already restrained, for 9 minutes, result in him killing him. Everybody want to talk about fentanyl. Well, it could have been fentanyl. Hell, but you helped. You helped. Yeah, you could have just figured out another way to put him in jail. I'm not saying the man shouldn't have went to jail, but there's other ways to handle that. But you wanted to apply that nice choke, that knee on the neck, enforce your power. And now you're getting power and force it on you in prison. That's just how it goes. So, for you guys who are defending this man, hey, you do the crime, you do the time. Ain't that what you tell us? Us black people? Well, you shouldn't have done the crime, brother. You gotta do the time, bud. You gotta do the time, bud. You give two shits if it was a black person getting shanked in prison. It is what it is. So, hey, you get what you give, He wouldn't be in this position. He wouldn't be in this situation. He'd be out patrolling the streets. I don't know if he has a history of messing with black folks or not, but whatever it is he likes to do, he could have still been doing it, but he chose to go that route, and this is just the consequences of his actions. We're all accountable for our own actions. We got to understand that. So he has to do his 21. It's going to be a long 21. I think he's 47, 48 years old. It's federal time, so you got to do all of it. So, I don't want to hear nobody defending this man for his actions, just because you're racist or you just feel like you want to back the badge or you're Blue Lives Matter, whatever it is that you feel like you are. You really feel so empowered to do something, you can help him serve that time. Help him serve the time. You can take off some of that time for him. But you're not going to do that. You're going to get online and talk shit and bitch. Right? So, hey, this is just what happens. This is just tough titty. It's a tough ass titty. It's a long 21-year-old titty. You just gotta have to take it, it comes with the price of admission. You don't do the crime unless you want to do the time. That applies to everyone, not just black people, because you don't like black people now. Everyone, including dirty ass cops, crooked, murderous cops who want to kill people who are unarmed. Applies to them too. He got made an example of. So all these people trying to talk about fentanyl really killed him, and hey, none of y'all medical professionals, none of y'all did the autopsy. None of y'all. It's just y'all's feelings. Y'all's feelings and facts are two different things. Y'all's feelings it doesn't even cancel out fact. It's just your feelings and then there's fact. So you're going to have to deal with the facts. You're going to have to deal with the fact that his autopsy showed that the result of Derrick Chauvin, his knee on his neck, was the reason he died. You ain't got to like it. I don't like broccoli. You know what I'm saying? I just don't eat the shit. I keep it moving. You know, you're just going to have to not like it. You know, and be mad and angry about it. That's about all. You got to take that L. You know, he's going to have to take his L. He had a decision to make that day. He could have done anything that wouldn't have resulted in him going to prison, but he didn't do it. He felt like he was immune to any of that. Well, now you see he's not. He's serving hard time. I'm talking about hard time. So it doesn't mean all cops that are in his position are going to do such. And for the most part, most cops just get away with it. They either just lose their job and get another one, or they're just fired. They lose their police license or whatever it is they call it, the certification. And then they just go on about their day. They still get their freedom. You know, no felonies or none of that stuff on them. Which is way better, in my opinion, than going to prison for 20 years for snatching a life. And a lot of cops got away with it. So he figured he'd be one of those cops. Well, apparently not. So again, you don't want to do the crime. And if you do the crime, be ready to do the time, okay? Ain't that what you guys say to us all the time? So yeah, hey, get what you pay for, man. I mean, what do you expect? You know what I mean? I think he was supposed to do state at first. I guess he pleaded to go to federal or something of that nature. But I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It's time. It's time he has to sit there and watch his back, and everybody know who he is. You know, people they getting their stripes in. You know, they in there getting it in. Some people want to say it's a conspiracy and all this stuff because of him trying to fight the case and it got denied or his appeal got denied or whatever. And it could be whatever you want it to be, man. But at the end of the day, man, he's in prison and he got stabbed. That's all we do know. All the stuff in the middle, I mean, it doesn't really matter. This man had the responsibility, right, to protect and serve, not put knees on people's necks and sit there with his hands in his pocket for damn near 9 minutes. Like that don't come in a job description. He chose to not go by those code of ethics, and now he's in prison. You know, the same as if I would have done it, and even if I wasn't a cop, I'd probably get more time. So you know, he's gonna have to suck it up, do some push-ups. Get them calisthenics right, you know, and just start learning how to watch your back. You might have to shave their head completely bald, become a skinhead. I don't know what you got to do, brother, but you're going to have to do something. Whatever you do, I don't care. It's not my problem. So it is what it is. Anyways, your boy Nick, I'm out.